We want to welcome everyone back on board. For those of you maybe just now tuning in, or even if you have been watching, this is a Western Wisconsin video production of the Black River Falls Wrestling Invitational. 17 teams here today as we move into the quarterfinals. We'll check the team scoring here in just a little bit. Things will change an awful lot after this. There's a pin at 113 pounds with Nakusa over Duran. And let's see who that was. That was Sawyer Ostrom. He was taking on the top seed. We're going to get a pin here at, I believe, 106. Let's go back and take a quick look here. Isabella Eichelt was wrestling Carter Jensen, and Jensen picks up the pin. So Eichelt goes to the backside, and she will pick up a bye and be in the semifinals of the Consolation bracket. There we go. Coming up is DeSoto at 120 pounds. Jonathan Montez taking on Litzau of Sparta. Litzau is the number 2 seed here at 120. That's on the orange mat. Trying to squirm out of things on mat number 3, and now, boy, I tell you what, both wrestlers have put themselves in a spot at different times. Litzau, by the way, has a takedown. Looking for that Oklahoma. He's got that bar arm situation. Trying to get that locked up. He has the arm trapped. He wants to go with a near side cradle now. He's got the turn, and he's got the pin. Litzau, not wasting a whole lot of time, moves into the semifinals with a fall in about 42 seconds there. He didn't take too long. So Montez of DeSoto will move into the Consolation side. See if we have any other area wrestlers coming up here. And, of course, it's DeSoto and Viroqua who we're covering. Hope you're enjoying today's matchup. And, of course, for those of you watching on Channel 6, the Viroqua channel, if you know of friends, family, wrestling fans, they can go to twitch.tv. That's where we're streaming. Twitch.tv/ WWVP LLC. It's the business name. It's the first letter of the business, and then add on the LLC. It's been, well, they started probably about a half an hour later than what they wanted to. It was 10:45 when they started, and it's now 12:15, and we're fully into the quarters now, whereas before it was, well, we had a little bit of heavyweights, 220 heavyweights, and then, of course, the 106 pounders were already up at 126. They're doing consolation and quarterfinals. So about the same number of matches when you get right down to it. Here's a pinning combination on the orange mat. On the mat number 4 in the lower right, we have GET and GT Melmin and Auburndale. I'm going to guess, let's see if can find that anywhere by chance. Here's a pinning combination right below us on mat 3. Ladysmith and Stratford. That's at I think that's at 126. That's Trenton Weaver and Alex Lemoyne, one of the two. Ladysmith. Oh wait, excuse me, Ladysmith. I was looking at the wrong one here. So it might not be 126, unless this is a consolation side, which it could be. I didn't see how this is the one where they're on the scoreboard is behind us. There's a reversal and a headlock and a lot of trouble now for Stratford. There's the pin. So there is that was Durand, they said. Well, they got different uniforms apparently. Stanley Boyd picks up a pin here on the orange mat. That was at 126. And we're going to be looking for Vinny Klum of Viroqua. He'll have a match. We missed his first match, so I don't know how he had done with that. I'm going to take a second here and we'll go back online and see if we can find that one a little bit. Try and get caught up somewhat, if possible. Well, we got a pin. Auburndale picks up a pin over GT Melmin. Here comes DeSoto at 126. Or at least that's what we think anyways. Unless they change things on me here. So Vinny he lost that match. That was such a close match, 9-7. And that win went to Garcia of Bruce. Here we have DeSoto. This might be a 132. Boy, quick takedown right there. Oh, no, that's going to be a pin for DeSoto. That might have been, let's take a look here and see. That might have been on the backside. That could have been Gavin McDowell. We'll go back and look at that real quick. That was McDowell picking up the pin. He was the number 2 seed and lost to Jackson Ryan, but he picks up the win here via the pin. All right, that was a good one to get down. Still going to have to go out and get my charger for the phone here. It's never going to last. Well, we are going to be coming up, I think, here now with Klum. Vinny will have GT Melmin. That's going to be here. This is DeSoto. Oh, this is DeSoto and they went to 132. Excuse me, folks. All right. So we'll take a look at that. At 132. At 132, we're going to find Ethan Dobbs, who was the number 3 seed, taking on Seth Greeno. Greeno picking up the win. In that preliminary match. Well, Scott Greeno, I'm usually talking with him through the emails and stuff when it comes to that DeSoto Wrestling Club supporting some of our events. We want to say thanks right now out loud to both of those wrestling clubs, the Viroqua Wrestling Club and DeSoto, for their help in the end of the year stuff that we do. Our February wrestling special. I'll tell you what, we keep pretty busy with things. And all those wrestling clubs that help support are huge. Thank you. 2 of them right here. Greeno trying to fight off an armbar. Dobbs putting some good pressure on. Well, we got a pin over on mat number 4. We'll check and see. That was Thorpe getting pinned by Durant. Again, not sure what weight class that was. Going to get a timeout over here. I don't see a Thorpe wrestler at 126. There was not a wrestler at 132. I will drop back to 120 just for curiosity. See if there was a Thorpe wrestler. There was a Thorpe with Duran. That was Joey Baker. That's who that was. Looks like. So Baker, of a freshman, picks up the win. And Filson of Thorpe will drop into that Consolation side. Let's go back and take a look here. We also have Vinny. Vinny is at wrestling now on mat number 3 here. We're waiting to see what will happen. Now let's take a look here. Did they say that it was a pin? Apparently it was a pin here on orange mat. All right. So Dobbs, number 3 seed, will move on. Ethan will be into the semifinals. Let's take a look over here on at 126 pounds. Vinny is wrestling Terrence Daniels of GT Melmin. Grabbing the, I'm going to say a full Nelson. All right. Well, we're taking a quick look and see if we got any other DeSoto or Viroqua wrestlers out there. Doesn't look like it. So we'll stay here with Vinny Klum. Trying to sit out. Try and get in underneath, not able to do so. Get out from underneath, I should say. As he is taking on Daniels from GT Melmin. Looking for the Granby roll. He's got it. Nice little job there, and he's going to roll around. He'll pick up the reversal on a nice little move. Daniels will look to stand up, turn back inside, and pick up the point. I'm not sure what happened there, but Daniels kind of stopped. I think he thought that the whistle that he heard was his mat. Now Klum stacking him up. There's the pin. Boy, nice job by Vinny Klum. He just kept the pressure on, and he picks up a pin for the Blackhawks. That was a nice piece of wrestling there, and Daniels kind of beat up just a tad there. Well, let's take a look here at where we're at. Tell you what, that was a good job by Vinny Klum. Well, we're into that 132-pound weight class now. At least here on the orange mat. And, boy, let's take a look here. Who do we have? Looks like Duran. They've been really doing a nice job today. Oh, sneaking back around. Is that Portage, I want to say. Picking up the reversal. .18 seconds left here on the orange mat, the 3-2 score. Over here on the black mat, there's a pin coming on mat 4. That was a pretty good half Nelson by the Portage wrestler. And again, not sure what weight class that was, but that was awfully tight. We'll say that. That's fine. You're okay. Here comes a potential half Nelson, but just couldn't hang on to it on the orange mat. £132 weight class. We're going to try and get to that on track wrestling and see if we can at least be close on the championship side anyways. There we are. Roscoe is into the semis from Ladysmith. He had picked up a pin in the first period. He is the top seed. This on mat 3, this is Condor from Sparta. He is taking on Jeffrey Jones of Portage. That is the 4 and 5 seed wrestling here on the black mat, lower left corner. There's going to be a fall. Well, we're looking also for Black River Falls and Stanley Boyd. That'll be a championship bracket match at 132. It might have. We also have, I think, over here on mat 1, we've got a Blackhawk Wrestling. That might be Ethan over there. Well, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a pin. That was a tough situation to be in. There's a pin here at 138. That should have been McCormick. That's who that was, taking on Duran. Not sure which which wrestler that was. We'll have to go into the track and take a look at that one, I guess. Solberg at one, let's see, was he at 130? He's at 138, I believe. They might even be even further ahead there. They might have been at 145 already, but I thought that's where Pellick was at. No, Broker, I'm sorry, is at that weight. So Solberg, who had won his prelim match, loses out to Katzman. Katzman picking up the pin. So Ethan will drop back onto the Consolation side. Keep an eye out for more Blackhawk wrestlers. DeSoto coming up here. DeSoto wrestler warming up, so he'll be coming out here shortly. We're in that 145-pound bracket now. We're also, Dobbs has picked up the win. Sparta wrestler at 138 getting the win. Not sure if that was on the backside or not. We'll have to get to that in a little while. Out here and on the black mat at 138. They have a DeSoto wrestler. Well, let's see here. Is this 138 or 145? Oh, right into a pinning combination with a cradle. And there's the fall. Great job there. That could have been even back a weight class. Well, it wasn't. That wasn't Nakusa. That was Sparta. So it wasn't at 132. Oh, that was clear back at 126. That was McDowell and Carter Erickson. I'll bet. Well, regardless, it's a pin for DeSoto. Once we get we'll get a bracket sheet that'll be all caught up, and it'll be a little easier to, as the day goes on, obviously, because then we can kind of give you the background. Right now, we're really trying to focus in on DeSoto, even though that was a tough one there to try and figure that one out. My goodness. Preston Broker coming up here soon. Looks like he'll be on either mat 1 or 2. He's off to our right side. Still surveying the field here at Black River Falls. There's a win for GET Melmin wrestler. That at 145. 145 over Thorpe. We're going to move to 145 in the brackets as well, just to kind of see where everyone is at. That was Hayden Fry, by the way, from GT Melmin over Thorpe. So Fry of GT Melmin into the semis, and he'll face, it looks like the top seed, I believe. We'll have to wait and see, though. There is right now a 3-2 score here. That might be them on the orange mat. We've got Pellock on mat 3 here. This at 152, I believe. There's a pinning combination off him, a takedown. Boy, that's tight. Taking his time on that one. And there's the pin. Pellick will move into the semis now. With that win. Boy, he did not waste a whole lot of time there, did he? Pellick really, excuse me, went in, got that takedown and literally dove right into the pinning combination. All right. Well, 145. I think they're going to take a look here. Here's Broker, Preston. It picked up a win by a pin, 503. Now wrestling the number 2 seed from Pittsville, Losivsky. Here's a nice double leg. Trying to come up with a situation. Got some back points, awfully close. He's going to get 2. Now he'll switch off from that. Look to try and get a ride in. Lovitsky steps up and is brought back down to the mat. Cross-face situation, looking for the cradle. Has it locked up. Broker pretty close to the pin. And he got it. Nice work there. Broker moves into the semifinals. That was a quick 102 pin time. So great job there for the Blackhawks. Let's take a look as we continue on here. 152 on the black mat. And looks like we're pretty much into that 152-pound weight class. We're going to jump to that with our view. Got Becker, the top seed. Will be wrestling Williams of Portage, if they haven't already. Trying to see who is down there on mat 1. That might be them down there, Stratford and Portage. No score right now. So if that's who we think it is, the top seed in the advantage position right now on top. We have Onalaska and Sparta. That should be Brooks and Buchanan. Brooks and Buchanan here on the orange mat. GT and Stanley Boyd. This will be on mat 3 on the black with the white trim. That would be a Consolation side. Well, thanks to Monty Anderson giving me a quick buzz. Apparently it was 138 that I was a little off on. So thanks for that help. Trying to catch up on all this. That was DeSoto with the that we were wondering about before. So that's good to know. Well, GT Melmin really, he's going to pick up the pin here. That was a Consolation match right there. So they'll move on. I'm wondering, is this an old Sparta singlet here? It is. Sure looks like it anyways. That's going to be at 160 pounds. Here is Winker on the black mat, lower left. Austin with the win. Brzezinski is going to be coming up here shortly too. Brzezinski with the win will take on Brett Theo of Auburndale once we see them out there on the mat. They might be coming up. Well, it's not going to be on mat 4, not yet anyways. Meanwhile, Winker finds himself trailing 2-0. And he's going to have a timeout here. Ephraim Cole of Onalaska will be taking on Kelsey of Sparta in the semis. Winker here, number 3 seed, taking on Paulson of Portage, sophomore. Paulson, the number 6 seed in today's tournament. And Black River Falls finishing things off here at 160. Wyatt Moses, a sophomore, is going to be taking on Marcus Hansen from Ladysmith. That'll be coming up here. So we'll keep our eyes out on all that. Well, Ephraim Cole of Onalaska, that's on the orange mat here with Carson Kelsey. Cleaning up some, apparently got a bloody nose. That was Austin Winker. co-head coaches, Rob Zuby out there on the mat. Jared Getter working on the, well, maybe it was, maybe he got a cut on the hand and scab ripped open or something. That's what they're working on right now. Maybe they're just cleaning them up. That's what it is, on the arm and such. Winker trailing 2-0, being taken down. So he'll be trying to work on getting back up and out of there. Well, we hope that you're enjoying today's action from Black River Falls. Kind of a tune-up. In a couple of weeks, we'll be down to Richland Center. We being Chuck Rasmussen and myself. I might even convince Kirk Lair to help us out a little bit once in a while. Give us a bit of a break. Sometimes 3 voices are better than 2, and 2 are definitely better than 1. But we'll have that on, I think that'll go on the channel 14, Vernon Communications. That's a quick out here, right underneath us on the orange mat. And then we'll also be, we'll plan on streaming this like we are today on twitch.tv. So folks can watch a number of different ways. Try and keep things out there for everyone to enjoy high school wrestling. Winker is set. He goes in the down position, and he'll work from underneath, trying to get away as he trails 2-0. And oh, he nearly got the reversal. They're going to give him 1. Looks like the nose plug popped out. Oh, they're going to go and fix that up quick. Once you get those bloody noses, it's really tough to try and, get that to stop. I tell you what, it's just tough. That's all there is to it. Can't say much more than that. I'm going to take a look at matches coming up here also at 170 pounds on the championship side. You got Kluig from Whitehall. He is going to be taking on Luke of, I think they say Luke, from Stratford. Conley from Sparta. Sparta wrestled, had a nice first round here today. Now we're into that, as we mentioned, we're into the quarterfinals. Kistner of Pittsville. Kevin Anderson of Bruce. Going to be taking on Anthony DePietro of Viroqua. And Lloyd of Bruce. I'm not sure which one. I think Anderson was the point getter. There's a takedown going against Winker. Austin got his work cut out for him now as he trails 4-1.
It's a technical violation. They should have them cut to it. I mean, the girls have to have a helmet, yeah.
There's a boy from Viroqua that has pretty long hair. His hair is long as what she has.
Can't grab the headgear.
Headgear on the stand.
Can't grab the hair or anything like that.
You can in football, can't you?
Hair?
Part of the uniform.
I don't know about that one.
I think it is.
It might be.
Well, here we are back up on our feet. Had a good question raised to me here by one of the fans. It's like, can you grab the hair? No, that'd be a technical violation. Can't grab singlet, can't grab headgear. Yeah, that's interesting. It's, let's see, what is it now? 4-1, the score remains. Winker trying to maintain position here as his opponent in Paulson, he just keeps chugging forward here. There's a good change of level, but Austin's got to get those hips to follow a little bit more. Well, we're going to get a pin down here on mat 2. That was Stratford at 160 picking up the win. Six-1 your score. Winker got a couple of minutes here to try and pick up a win here. He's got 5 points to make up. Potentially dangerous on the knees, so they're going to start things over. Now we just saw a kick over on mat 2. And looks like they're out of bounds, but the toes are in as far as the top man can pick up the pin here. Rule changes in the last year or two now. There's 3 near fall. Back to Winker. Portage is going to pick up a win over on mat 4. Boy, a quick move off the bottom. Still not getting away though. And they're going to go out of bounds and out of our view. There they are. That was on mat 2. Might have to pan back just a touch more with these guys. Well, Winker will have to work his way back Consolation side. Paulson picks up the win. And let's take a look. We have a Viroqua wrestler over on mat 4. That should be, let's see, where are we at here on that one? That might be our younger DePietro out here. I don't know him as well. He's a freshman. Taking a look here to be on top. Viroqua on top. Referee's position. Quick stand up, trying to get away. Good follow over there. Well, on mat number 1, at 160 pounds, here comes Aiden Brzezinski. He has Auburndale's Brett Thiel, a sophomore. There's a quick takedown. That's in the upper right, or check that, upper left. Brzezinski with the lead, throwing in the legs, trying to stretch out Theo. And looking for that little bit of a facelift. He's going to switch off from that. Reverse half. Going to pick up some back points. Has 3, or did he only give him 2? Must have been 2. It's 4-0. Again, if you're joining us, Black River Falls Invitational, mat 1, the upper left, and mat 4, the lower right, are stationary. They're going to be static. I can move mat 2 and 3, which is our orange mat here, and the black mat 3. Brzezinski slowly putting the shoulders to the mat, trying to come up with the pin. There it is. They're going to give him the pin, I believe, at the 2-minute mark. So Brzezinski moves into the semifinals. There's a pin over here on our black mat. That was at 160. And that might have been, let's see, that was looked like a Sparta wrestler. We got another Sparta wrestler coming out here on mat 3. Gonna be taking on Pittsville. Let's take a look. This could be at 170. Oh, there's a little toss, little hip toss there. Conley and Kisner. Conley with the pin. Got to go back to, I believe this is DePietro taking on Kevin Anderson of Bruce. 5-0 score over there. So we're going to follow that. We also have Viroqua wrestler over on mat 1. So Viroqua on each side. Let's take a look and see who is on mat 1. Trying to charge in. Oh, just got a little hip toss on him. 7-0 score for DePietro. Anthony. Now leading 7-0. DePietro has a wrist and an arm bar, trying to stretch out Anderson. Boy, he's awfully close to getting the turn. There he's picking up some back points. Oh, and he got the pin. That was quick. That must have been tight. So DePietro moving on. I think this is Stephen Burrows for Viroqua. That's who it is, taking on Stanley Boyd, Jared Romero Garcia. (7-5) score. That's quite the match going on over there. They're doing a pretty good job getting after each other. a minute 19 and counting. Burrow a little lighter. I think they bumped him up a weight class, obviously. At 170, weighed in over 152, which means that you're a 60-pounder, and you can wrestle up one weight class. From what you weigh in at. So Burrows up to 170. 25 seconds remaining in period number 2. There's a takedown. A little duck under on that one for Burrows. .115 here as the time continues to tick away for everyone. I'm guessing they're going to take probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they take a lunch break after this round. Kind of typically what they've done in the past from what I recall. Tough situation here on the orange mat for the wrestler. Burrows going to give up the point for the escape. It's 8-8 down here on mat 1. That's in the upper left. Each wrestler, they're gonna really kind of eyeball each other, make sure that they know where they're at. They're gonna be, oh, and there's the pin. Well, Burrows just, he ran into a little bit bigger guy. That's what happened there. But that was an entertaining match for those two. Over on mat 4, we have a DeSoto wrestler. And I think that's got to be, is that Daniel? I was thinking that might be Atkins over there. Let's see if we can find that one. Wrestling, I think that is Portage. That's who it is. Daniel Atkins lost to Lucio from Stratford by a pin earlier. So we're going to keep an eye on him. That's the lower right. He's got a nice cradle locked up. There's going to be the fall. So Daniels will move on. He'll be in the semifinal consolation side. Or check that, the quarterfinal consolation. At 182. Over at 182, here is on mat 1. This is Aaron DePietro. He is taking on Kleinhaus from Whitehall, the top seed. In the upper left. That scored 2-0. Petro trying to get out from underneath, but Kleinhaus had a pretty good arm bar and wrist and just kind of spun him out of bounds. .45 seconds remaining. Petro trying to fight off a kind of what I call a far side cradle, and now DePietro doing a good job of standing up and facing Kleinhaus, and he'll get the point for the escape. Kleinhaus shooting in on a single leg. They're going to wind up going out of bounds. We'll stay neutral. Well, we got quite the match going on the orange mat. Both wrestlers just flying around. Going back here to DePietro, still a 2-1 score. That was the end of the match, end of the period. 4-1, Kleinhaus with the lead. Petro being the top position, Kleinhaus chose down to begin period number 2. GT Melman coming out on mat 3, taking on Lady Smith. Oh, there was a nice ankle pick. Petro gonna get a bloody nose stop here with Kleinhaus. Lady Smith looking for a pin. I believe at 182. This would be Roach of Lady Smith, who's a sophomore. I tell you what, he's a solid looking sophomore right here. He's going to get that pin and move into the semifinals. So semifinals for Lady Smith. Well, I tell you what, he's a big, long, lanky young man. And he's a sophomore, so he's he's going to grow into that body even more. Here comes DeSoto now. Let's see if we are at 195 here? Is this Woodhouse? This is Woodhouse. There we go. We haven't seen him yet. Nathan, a senior now, taking on Magnus Lukic. Hope that's right. Woodhouse trying to spin around behind. Nice job going one direction and then the other. Pick up the takedown. Goes right into a bit of a reverse half Nelson. He's got Lukic on his back here on the mat in trouble. And there's the pin. Woodhouse, the number 3 seed, picks up some big points for DeSoto. Advancement and pin points from the previous match where he had a bye. So that's 4 more big points, team score wise. Well, Kleinhans picks up the win over there on mat 1 with DePietro. £182. Let's look at 195. We can give you the winner. Let's see, we have all the winners bracket. In that winners bracket at 182. Welch of Auburndale, the top seed, is in the semis. Waiting for the results of Stratford and Sparta. That one, I think, just got done. I didn't see who won that one. Lucio from Stratford and Klaas of Sparta. Sparta picking up the win at 182. All right. That was Ty Klaas, I believe. Well, Whitehall picks up a pin against GT Melmin at, that should have been 285. That was Wiley Dunn. He's a senior now. He had a great year last year with only 3 losses. Tell you what, he's looking good right now. Taking a peek here. We've got Varokla over on Guardi on mat 4. We're in the second period. That is a 1-0 lead right now at 2:20. Got a pinning situation here on the black mat. And there it is. That was a pin. That might have been on, let's see, Sparta and Bruce. That was Martinez. Martinez picking up the pin. Guardi has a 2-0 lead over there, it looks like. Or is it, well, it might be the other way around. I think it is. Guardi's opponent here in Theo of Auburndale leads 2-0. And they're going to go out of bounds and get a fresh start here. Duran coming out at, should be at 285. Or is it at 220? That's going to be the question here. This is King. Could be King at 220 for Black River Falls, and Bruner from Durant. Lines up with pinning combination right away here, and really working hard to come up with that pin. And there it is. Theo now on top here with that 2-0 lead. Yoardi needs to somehow get out from underneath. Riding that ankle a long, long time. And it looks like we're going to do one more, that final round of Russelbacks. And that would be the Consolation quarterfinals. Then they'll get things even back out again if they do that. So that at 106 pounds coming up here on mat 3. Haley Yachten taking on Stratford in Creed Defoe. Defoe picks up the quick takedown. Yoardi just not able to get out from underneath Theo. Theo with a wrist and a half. Yachten is going to be pinned here by Defoe. So Stratford will move into the semifinals of the consolation bracket. Here comes DeSoto again. This will be at 113 pounds.
Number 3, 113, Sanders Strasburg. And number 2, at 120, he's a
So a tough break there for Yoardi. Well, I tell you what, that was just, Theo just really controlled the tempo of that match, didn't he? At 113 pounds. We're going to have Landon Sanders coming out onto the mat. And his opponent is going to be Durand in Strasser. I am kind of guessing they're going to take a break here. after this consolation round. £113, again, consolation on the orange mat. Time's going to run out there. We have Sparta. At 113, it's Sparta. And I think that might be let me check here real quick, folks. Vanessa Gavilan. And she is taking on I believe that's Stanley Boyd and Dale Salas. Trying to get up and out. Right now on mat 3. Reversal coming up here, going against DeSoto. In Landon Sanders. And now trailing by 1 at 4-3. Back points coming. Well, that half Nelson is getting a little tighter. Trying to keep the pressure on. And there's the pin. Sanders not able to fight off Duran. And Michael Strasser. Strasser was the top seed, which is always, you just never know in these early tournaments. They wound up getting knocked off in that quarterfinal round by Ostrom from Nakusa. Well, another DeSoto wrestler coming up. Let's take a look here. It's going to be Jonathan Montez. And his opponent looks like it's going to be from Portage, Kylan Dandridge.